Just a reminder that these videos are made for adult doll collectors or adults buying dolls for others. This is not a video for children. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you very much for listening. Hello Internet! My name is Kelsey and welcome back to my closet. By the time that you see this video, I'm hoping I will have already uploaded another video prior to this, so this won't be the first thing that you see of me coming back after months. Again. As I said in my other video when I kind of came back from my early year hiatus, I was like, things might be sporadic, and here you go, here's proof. My schedule's sporadic. But hopefully things are gonna calm down. Mostly it was because this is craft show and other craft season. The end of August to late September I was preparing for one craft show. Then I have my regular Christmas order I have to do for somebody who's been a long time Etsy shopper, and it's like the only Christmas order I do anymore, but it's always huge. So that takes me a long time, and I have another craft show coming at the beginning of December, so I'm gonna be preparing for that afterwards, but hopefully I will find some time in between, since I'm filming, to edit the videos and put them together, because I have a few new dolls that are coming. Speaking of new dolls, this isn't super new, but it's new to me. I have been waiting 2 years to actually get my hands on this doll. I went back and forth, and it wasn't a doll that I was like 100% like I absolutely have to have it. It was more like, if the opportunity comes up, I'll get it, and if I don't, I don't. Whatever. The fact that this was still available 2 years later, long enough that it was discounted on Mattel Creations, shows you that it probably wasn't the most popular doll that they've sold from Monster High G1. This is Haute Couture Midnight Masquerade Frankie. Is that what it's called? Midnight Masquerade or Midnight something or other? I personally have always really liked this Frankie. Of course, you can't see her in here, and I am going to say her since it's a G1 Frankie. That universe is totally separate from the universe in which Frankie is a non-binary, and I believe that the description and everything also refers to her as her. This line of Haute Couture was nowhere near as popular as the first wave, but I always really liked this Frankie because of the electric green color that they added in. Once in a while when I was like, oh yeah, there's some dolls that I wanted that I haven't gotten, this one would be in my mind. But I never really pulled the trigger until Mattel Creations finally discounted her, so she was 54 something. I think she's like 52 something now. And if she continues to linger, I'm sure she's only gonna get cheaper, especially around like Black Friday and stuff. So I was like, I'm not gonna wait that long, because I was waiting long enough, and I didn't want to take the risk of her selling out since she was discounted, because that happened with a doll that wasn't discounted, which will be in another video, which I'm gonna film after I film this one. So I'll tell that story then. But yeah, I did not want to take the chance that I was going to miss her. I was like, she's discounted, whatever, let's do it. So I got Frankie. Let's see, first of all, if she was worth the original $75 price point, and if she's really as bad as a lot of people said, because I just feel like there was a lot of hate towards the second wave of Haute Couture. And I really liked the first wave. I mean, I have the Draculaura, but yeah, I think people felt that this was weaker, and I'm not super thrilled on Cleo's design. Spectra is okay, but you could get the G3 Spectra and she's almost the same, just G3. But this Frankie I always thought had a really cool design. So I think that's enough talking. Let's take a quick look at the box. So it's a nice heavy cardboard. It's in the shape of a coffin. It says Haute Couture MH and has Frankie's mask on the front in blue sparkly foil. Got some embossed stitching and safety pins on the front, and then on the back it's more of the foil with the same stitch and safety pin design. Oh, Midnight Runway, that's what it's called. Ah! Yes, Haute Couture Midnight Runway, and it says that on the side. I didn't even notice that before. And has the mask kind of hiding in there. So let's take a look at Frankie. Also, we get this certificate of authenticity, which is also kind of the description, since there's nothing on the back of the box. You are gorgeously invited to Midnight Runway, the hottest fashion show of the year. Frankie Stein jolts the runway in a masquerade-inspired look. Wearing a tinted black mask with lightning bolts, Frankie Stein is stitched with style in a sheer bodysuit with her signature stitch marks. Her look is amped up with an exaggerated, structured blazer with terrifying texture and detail. Ghoulish bindings, lightning bolt boots, and accessories complete her shocking look. As the clock strikes 12, Frankie Stein will have the ghouls all charged up with every step down the runway. So this is the only G1 Frankie that I have. I have 3 Draculaura's now because I have Couture 1, Vampire Heart, and Real Drama. And I have Real Drama Laguna, but yeah, now I have a G1 style Frankie. So let's release her from the cardboard. There's nothing really on the back of the box, or yeah, box art. All right, guys, Frankie is out of the box and gorgeous hair. I know some people had issues with the first Couture Frankie's hair, but this is nice, smooth, silky saran. Of course, being that it's been in the box for so long, it's not quite a perfectly straight hairstyle anymore. If you gave it a hot water dip, but I probably won't. Let's look at her face. First, we have to look at the mask. I probably will not keep the mask on her because I really like her face. So I'll find a way to display her with the mask, like with her holding it or something, but yeah, I'm not gonna keep it on her face all the time. So it is translucent gray plastic with a big neon green lightning bolt in the center. The eye holes are really big, so that at least is a good thing. It's not where you can't see her eyes at all with the mask on. And I'm sure they did that too because she does have rooted eyelashes, so they didn't want to crush them. And then the ear pieces are lightning bolts. And it is rubber banded around her head. Let's hope that it didn't leave too much of an impression on her. Somehow, a couple pieces of hair are like stretched across her face. Can you see that? On her forehead. It's like they got rooted like from one temple to the other. That's really weird. All right, I got the pieces off. That took much longer than it needed to. I couldn't get my nail under there. I love this face on Frankie. It's so fierce. I like when they make the G1 Monster High dolls, even the G3 Monster High dolls, but especially G1. I like when they make their looks very intense, gives them a little more spookiness. I definitely get Frankenstein's monster out of her, especially since she has the green skin here. She has really thick eyebrows, her blue and green eyes, a really dark red lipstick, and her eyeshadow is pink, which you can't see too much of it behind the eyelashes, but she does have a bit of a shadow under both eyes. And she has her little stitch on her cheek. But yeah, I just love her expression here. She's looking fierce both for the runway and to haunt some people. Then we have her hair, which like I said is saran. We have white and black stripes with some electric green mixed in on either side. It is in a high ponytail, which is clasped with a big silver plastic bolt. The high ponytail, you could be like, oh, it's kind of like Bride of Frankenstein, sort of. If you went like this, they would definitely be Bride of Frankenstein. And in the back, you can see there's more of a mix of the black and white, whereas in the front, it's very defined. She also has a bit of a bump in the front there. It's not totally smooth where they pulled the hair back. Then we have translucent neon green lightning bolt earrings. Again, that's what really drew me to this design on Frankie, because if we didn't have these pops of neon green, this wouldn't really be a very exciting design. It would just be subdued, I guess. But having the green not only gives it that spooky like ectoplasm vibe, but it just adds interest and contrast. I love contrast. And then on her neck, she has her usual stitches. We've got the bolts on either side, which are silver plated or electroplated, however you want to say it. And then we get down to the outfit, which does have some layers to it. So first, I think we'll take off this jacket, which is a super cool jacket. Another reason why I really love this outfit. Let's see, did it stain? I think it's stained a little bit. I mean, it has been on her body for a few years, and they didn't put any protective film on. If you've never taken the jacket off of your Couture Frankie, then your arms are probably stained too. She does have stitching on her arms, 2 stitches here, and only 1 on this arm. And she is, like the description said, wearing a bodysuit. Which actually, let's take off the belt too, and the necklace. We'll come back to those. So this is what the bodysuit looks like by itself and with just the shoes. It is blue mesh. It's got a little bit of a stretch to it. So it looks like they just lined the inside with a black stretchy fabric. Looks like it's stained a little bit too. She's gonna wear this outfit all the time, so it's not like I have to worry about that. But yes, they lined it so that it's not see-through. It's a little bit see-through up top still, and then the legs are see-through. And we have these ironed on stitch patterns going all the way around. They're very random. They continue on the back, and they have a little shine to them because they are, I think, vinyl. Again, by itself, it's a little underwhelming, but once you add the layers to it, the outfit really comes together. I feel like some people complain about stuff like this, like, oh, it's just a bodysuit. But the fun thing about dolls is that when you add the accessories and everything, and you take something that was simple and put it together and make it really interesting and fashionable. I think, personally, they accomplished that here, even if other people may not have. All right, then we have her necklace, which is also the silver metallic. It is supposed to look like several necklaces together with one lightning bolt charm. She has a belt, which is black plastic. It's a little bit stiff, just clips around her waist, and has some silver paint with lightning bolt buckles, and then the little holes are also painted. And then we can come back to the jacket, which is the star piece here, of course. It is a, how would you describe this? It's not quite a trench coat. What did they say in this? A structured blazer. Sure, it's an exaggerated structured blazer. That's how they described it. And I love, like, a blazer obviously would stop at the waist here, but I love this extra piece at the bottom here. But we have these really sharp shoulders. It's made of a textured pleather. So you can see it's not like a snake skin. It just looks like somebody kind of crumpled up some pleather and then made a coat out of it, but it is shiny, and we can see the white stitching all the way around. It is hemmed, and it's sort of lined. So like this is the inside of the pleather fabric, but this piece is actually another piece of pleather that they sewed onto the back so that you could get this double shoulder effect, because the wing shoulder pieces are from the main back. It kind of gives it the illusion of being lined, but it does make for a nice finish. Like, look around the collar there at the finish. It looks nice. And we have these lightning bolt shaped lapels. You can really see it on this one that there's like the jagged lightning. The sharp edges and everything really add to the overall spikiness that Frankie brings in this look. And then we have two plastic safety pins with skelets, and they are silver plastic, and they are sewn on to the side of the jacket with some thread. That's a little bit unsightly. I mean, it looks, because they purposely did several passes of the thread over the safety pin to kind of make it look thicker, almost homemade, because Frankie does have like stitched together stuff. And yeah, there's a split right here in the coat on purpose to look like the safety pins are holding it together, which is a cute detail. But yeah, the thread is a little bit unsightly. It's not the prettiest finish, but I don't mind it too much. And what really completes this outfit for me, I didn't put her hands back on because this, you need to have the hands off to put on, is this thing. It's like shackles made of neon green ribbon with little plastic silver buckles. This goes behind her. You attach it with these two silver colored bracelets, which look like cuffs, and the cuffs do have molded buckles on them. And then we have, again, the silver buckles. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all together on this, and then it hangs down from her wrists on either side with more of the buckles. This pop of green and the nod to a ghost wearing chains, like, not that Frankie's a ghost, but that's the vibe that it gives me, is a ghost in chains. This is the piece that really sends the outfit over the top. The color that it adds, the movement, and the spookiness. And then finally, we come down to the shoes, which are translucent gray, shiny plastic with some neon green lightning bolts, and the heels are also lightning bolts. Nothing on the bottoms of the shoes. Not the most exciting Monster High shoes they've ever done, especially for G1, because they were like kings of the shoe game, but not a bad finish. And then the only other thing she comes with is this saddle stand, which is different from what the other Couture dolls came with. So it's a black skelet base, and I think she'll probably be able to stand on this better than Vampire Heart stands on her stand. But yeah, that is Couture Midnight Runway Frankie. I don't know why I almost couldn't say that. I personally really like her. Not one of those dolls that I was so desperate to get that I had to have her immediately, which is why it's taken me a few years to actually pull the trigger on buying her. Probably not worth $75, which was the original retail price, but really, what Mattel Creations doll is truly worth the price that they set it at? I mean, for what I paid at a discount, I think she's worth it. For the design and the effort that they put into that, and the quality of the materials. I mean, this jacket is made super well. Just the fact that it holds its shape like this. Partially it's from the stiffness of the material, but partially it's the way they constructed it. Again, I really love the green pops to her design. She's definitely given spooky vibes. And now I have a G1 Frankie. You guys let me know, did you ever get this Frankie? Would you get her now that she's on sale? What did you think of Couture Midnight Runway in general? And did you get any of the others? And as always, thanks so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends, and until next time, boo, I'm coming after you. Bzz.